Here's Shila Ommi, the voice of Cinder, Lumen, and Elemental from Pixar, which is out right now. People should go check that out after you listen to this, of course. So I think everyone knows everyone's seen the trailers for Elemental, but what interested you in your character?
Hi, Neil. I love your hat,
well,
by the way.
You.
What a
I
fantastic
got it
hat.
at Pride in Boston Saturday.
Oh, beautiful. So what interested me in this character was so many things. First of all, she is a matchmaker. And I just realized that pun today, by the way. She's a fire character.
Oh,
and she's a matchmaker.
I didn't get it till you just brought it to my attention. Yeah.
Well, I've known about it for a year now, and I just got it today. So I'm slow. I'm extra special slow. But that immediately connected me to her because deep down inside me, there is a matchmaker that's never been able to make a match in her life. But I try. I keep trying. I love putting my friends together, and they hate me for it because I'm so bad at it. So bad at it. Cinder, on the other hand, is not bad at it. She's had 2 decades of a lot of wonderful success stories. And the other thing is that Cinder is an immigrant, and I'm also an immigrant. I was born in Iran, and I've been living in the U.S., in California, Southern California, Los Angeles, since the 1970s. So, and Cinder, like me, she had to leave her homeland, which is Fireland, and come to Element City to find a better life for her family and her child.
So along those lines, I've read your backstory, which is very interesting, and maybe we'll get time to talk a little bit about that. Did you base your character or how you portrayed it anything from like your own family, your mother, or anything?
I didn't. It's interesting you say that because, so as you know, Peter Sohn directed this. He created this story, and the character of Cinder is based on Peter's Korean mom. So I was so honored when he asked me to play it. I was so honored. I couldn't believe it. But it wasn't, I didn't, even though she looks like my mom is round and my mom's passed away.
And made of fire.
So much.
Yeah.
And she's made of fire. But no, I mean, I definitely did want to represent my fellow immigrant women with the most amount of honor and love and respect and humor as I could. But no, not based on my own mom.
Yeah. But I like Pixar in general does this because the movie you could play for kids. You could just have, or anyone, you could just have fun watching it. But there's a lot of social commentary and stuff there that maybe older people or adults can also watch. And so you can enjoy it on different levels.
Absolutely. And it's so stunningly beautiful that, and I don't know if you noticed, but did you notice how the fire elements are emitting light? That is a technological feat. How do they do that? And they're moving all the time and emitting light and casting light on other characters, on water characters. It was really stunning and beautiful to watch, and the music was so amazing. It was for me. It was like a musical journey, except that it was so visually beautiful.
Right.
And
yeah. Along those lines, how early on do you get to see the visuals? I know you probably don't get to see the finished movie, but do you get to see your character while you're still recording the voice?
I tell you, Neil, the only thing I saw about the character was a drawing, and it was not very impressive to me. I mean, I'm thinking, Pixar, really? This is okay. But I had no idea until I saw it, and I saw, oh my stars, it was so amazing. But yeah. I didn't know that until I saw the finished project.
Mm-hmm. Now, for voice acting, do you do rehearse for that? Do you go in for an audition for the voice acting? Like, how do you actually get the role?
So yes, I do audition for voice acting, and I audition quite a bit. It's really difficult to get voiceover auditions, I've noticed. But I was so honored for this part. Peter came to me. I couldn't believe my incredible fortune. And so he set up a Zoom meeting, and it was a 5-hour Zoom meeting. And he had me go through all the lines of Cinder and, the entire character arc. And it was like a meeting. It wasn't even an audition. And then at the end of it, I realized I had the part, and I didn't even know I was audition. I was just so dumbfounded.
No, for directing, I assume he's there then. And also, are all the voice actors there for their scenes? Like, you actually do them together, or are they recorded separately?
So I live in Southern California, as I said, in LA, and the Pixar Studios is in the Bay Area. So what they would do, I never met the other characters.
Oh, interesting.
So I went into a sound booth by myself that they rented near me. But it speaks volumes of Peter's mastery as a director, that he was able to orchestrate that.
Yeah,
where it feels like all the characters are.
He doesn't have like direct contact you then when you're actually doing it. Like,
no, he does. So he was directing me via Zoom, and he was directing quite a bit, and beautifully, and just so. He's a wonderful human being, Peter. Other than being a master at his work, but there's just I really feel like Peter is the best of all of humanity, as are so many people at Pixar.
Yeah, very accomplished too. If you look at his credits,
right.
So I mentioned social commentary in the film, and so balancing a movie like that, because obviously you want people to just enjoy it as a movie too. So. Is that ever like a concern when you're in a movie like that you don't want to preach to people, but you want to also have something there? It's so it's still a movie at the end of the day.
Yeah, and this is definitely one of those movies because it is so visually stunning, and it's such an experience, especially if you see it in the theater, that people don't feel preached at, and you're really not preaching. And what a beautiful thing to say, that our differences make us better.
Yeah.
It's not like, they're not.
It's a very clever analogy. You've got the fire and the water, and they get along. And there's even some clever jokes, like the spicy food, and the water people can't handle spicy food. So as a white guy, maybe people say I can't handle spicy food, but I like spicy food. So.
Yeah, I try.
So when you left Iran in '79, did you I don't want to ask how old you were, but did you have like memories of what was going on at that time, and could you see the changes before you left?
Absolutely. And I was 10 years old at the time, which is a really important time, and I feel like in people's development. And I have so many memories. Iran was such it still is a beautiful country, and with beautiful people. And I'm so honored to be part of this culture. It's an ancient culture. There's so much poetry, incredible arts, amazing music, amazing food. I'm so proud of Iranian women for the women life freedom movements that they have spearheaded. That is about, they're trying to make Iran a better place for everyone. And I'm just thrilled, and I love anyone who tries to make this world a better place for all people and animals and everyone. And I forgot your question.
Oh, I just so before you left, could you see how things were changing before your family decides to go to America?
I'll give you one example of when I was a child. I was maybe 8 years old, and my brother was driving, and we were driving to the north of Iran in these windy streets. And Iran, it snows a lot in the wintertime, and the streets get really icy. My brother was young. He was like 18, 19. At the time. And as he's coming down, there was a cliff in front of him, and he tried to put on the brakes, and the car slid. And we were sliding to our death when a huge truck saw us coming, and he pulled in front of us to catch us. And I have so many stories of that type of humanity in Iranian people that I experienced when I was in Iran. And this was before the revolution. And then when the revolution happened, a whole nother government took over. And unfortunately, I don't want to get into the drama and the trauma of it, but it's been very traumatizing for the majority of Iranians.
And I know
you think like them and don't worship like them.
And I know you're part of a lot of projects that talk about this, so people should check those out.
Yes, please do. Thank you.
So when the first time you got to see Elemental finished, what was the experience like?
I was melted. The experience that, first of all, it was so visually stunning. You know, to go from this drawing into these amazing characters that these master wizards had created, and the music by Thomas Newman just melted my heart. The voices of these artists, all of them except my own, because you know it's so hard to. I don't know if it's the same for you. I cannot stand.
Yeah, I don't
the
like to
sound
edit
of my own
the
voice.
podcast or yeah.
Yeah, and I apologize in advance to you
No,
all
it's
for
fine.
having to listen to me, but I can't stand it.
No, not
But the
your. I
other
meant my
voiceover
own
artists.
voice. But
No. I meant mine. Your voice is great, Neil. You're fine. It's my voice is the problem. But oh, the other voiceover artists, their voices are so delicious. The woman who plays Ember, Leah Lewis. Oh, that woody, velvety voice, and Wade Mamadou Ate. Oh, I melt. Catherine O'Hara, drip, drip, drip goes the baby boy. I mean, they're just masters. The man who plays Bernie, Ronnie Del Carmen, oh, what a gorgeous voice. Oh my God, Gail, Wendy McClendon, Covey, what a voice. Toot, toot. Oh, amazing.
And did you see it with an audience? When you saw it for the first time? Or have you had a chance to see it with an audience?
I can't wait to see it with an audience. I can't wait to see it with an audience.
Yeah, that'll be the best experience because you get to feel everyone's enjoyment of the movie and the reaction.
Yeah, I mean, what I mean by that is an audience that's not working on it. I can't wait to see it with an audience
that's what
that has no idea, just to see their.
Yeah, obviously, if they know you, they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, you did a great job," and you hope that they're telling you the truth, but they're probably not
exactly.
Gonna be like, "Oh yeah, forget that" or something. But yeah. Then you got to find new friends. I guess.
Terrible.
So Elemental's really fun. Comes out today. It really came out yesterday, but it's out now, so people should go check it out. It's a great movie, and the Pixar movies are great for all ages, which I appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Neil.
Thanks, and thank you for doing the interview.